Oh, yeah. Twice I've done this now. This is the time for public comments this evening. Any members of the public who wish to speak?
Good evening, Mayor Asher, council members. I'm Miru Desai, your senior planner. I'm speaking here as the SIEU Emeryville chapter president. A few years ago, I was in a similar position. I came and talked to you. At that time, a number of things were different. The economy was bad, and also the labor management relations were bad. I'm happy to report that there has been improvement in both these aspects. I would particularly like to give thanks to Justinian Kerr. He was the interim HR manager who made a lot of changes which kind of changed the pattern of labor management relations. And I'm happy to report that Ian, the permanent HR manager, has continued that trend, and our negotiations so far have been very productive for most part. We have been able to sort out a number of things that in an MOU includes, not just the money factor. There are other things that needed to be cleaned up, and I'm happy to report that we actually had a conversation about different things, very, very unlike the last time. So we come here to talk to you about what our economic proposal is. We took a lot of time and consideration in giving our proposal. I'm sure your team, your negotiating team, has shared that with you. We gave them documentation of why we feel that the city is in a position to give us a 12% raise over 3 years. And this is keeping in mind the dissolution of the agency, the needs of the city in order to be able to replace what the agency used to do in terms of capital improvements. But you do realize that we also work here. Part of my team, negotiating team, works in finance and economic development. So when we came up with these numbers, they were not just pulled out of the air. We considered what is right and what is fair, and I would like to say that we are going to stick to it, and I would really urge the council to move in our direction, because what is at the table right now is very far from what we have asked. With that, that's all I have to say. I would like to introduce, there has been some changes in our negotiating team. Bobby Lopez, who was our union rep, she has decided to leave, and she's now working with the San Francisco. So in her place, we have two people here. This is Seneca Scott, and he is the chief negotiator for us.
So good evening, members of the City Council. Thank you for being present here with us tonight. So Maru kind of just said it all, so I'm going to be rather quick. My official title is the East Bay Director for SIEU 10-1, and I've been on the ground almost a year now. I've been doing this for a while. I'm actually one of the few people who actually did what they went to college for. So I've seen a lot, public and private sector, and I've never seen anything like I've seen in the Bay Area. And so what I wanted to talk about tonight was the cultural entrenchment, the old paradigms between management and labor, and how we've been working aggressively to shed those, to work with a more interest-based aspect, to be more positive. And I won't say non-confrontational, but not malicious, not taking it personal. Because we do acknowledge that the Bay Area, if we are one of the most progressive areas in the country, that's probably likely reflected in its residents and likely reflected in its electeds. And we would hope so. So, what I'm here to say today is that, to reiterate Maru, our members think that, and the union agrees, that 12% raise over 4 years is fair. Now I know in council, the first thing, your natural state, is to think, is it affordable? If it is affordable, are we setting the bar too high? There's lots of things. I've been on management shoes, I've negotiated contracts for management in the private sector. So I would ask you to reconsider thinking about it a different way of, if at all possible, how would having some of the best wages in the Bay Area improve your city and your ability to provide services, right? It's a different way of thinking. Allow yourself to ponder that, and we thank you for your consideration.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.